Hey YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Beck. Hi, welcome if you're new. And today we're going to be doing a 2023 recap and going into 2024. So if you like that, keep watching and let's get into the video. I do also have a TikTok, so go follow that if you're interested. And I'm actually a little TDLR, is that how I say it? DTLR? I don't know. Just a little disclaimer, I'm actually filming this again because the first video that I did, I had a double audio because I completely forgot to separate my audio tracks. So love that for me. Here I am again, but at least now I should have a better structure because I went on a few tangents last time, so yeah. So getting straight into it, into 2023, so my recap, where do I even start? I could start off with my Meniere's disease. So I actually got diagnosed this year back in June, finally, after 3 years of having symptoms and testing and all those sorts of things. There's still a possibility that I have it bilaterally, but we aren't 100% sure. But my right ear basically helped diagnose my left ear, but something still came back with my right ear. Does that all make sense? I don't know. There is a possibility that's bilateral, but it's not 100%. So there's that. The beginning of the year I was having attacks, which is awful, and I started fully on betahistine late March, early April was when I started betahistine full time. I was only on one a day, and that was truly a big game changer for me. That works brilliantly for me. I'm now on 2 a day, 2 16 megagram tablets per day. I'm also currently taking prednisone steroids because I woke up a couple of weeks ago with no hearing in my left ear. I do have a little bit of hearing left still, but I woke up with no hearing, so that's concerning, and that's when you need to go on steroids or have injections in your ear. And then I was 9 months symptom free pretty much. There was a few moments where I had like little tinnitus or a bit of fullness, but no vertigo attacks. I had no vertigo attacks for 9 months, which is fucking awesome. I pretty much forgot that I had Meniere's, to be honest. And then beginning of this month it came back full swing. It was like, hey bitch, what's up? So that wasn't fun, and I had that week of just attacks, and I'm starting to find things that help rebalance me, if that makes sense, because I already have nystagmus. For those who don't know, I'm legally blind as well, so I can still see, but just not enough to drive. That's what I usually tell people when they're like, oh, so you can't see? It's like, no, I can see. It's just not enough for me to drive. But I have a lot of different conditions with my eyes, and one of them is nystagmus. And so when I have vertigo, my nystagmus just goes all over the place. So I find if I'm able to follow my finger very slowly, I'm able to sort of reset a little bit. So I was 9 months free, and then I started getting vertigo and all that sort of stuff again for about a week early this month in December. Panic attacks and anxiety, and I mean I do have that already regardless of having Meniere's disease. I have phobia-based anxiety based on I've got emetophobia and health-based phobia anxiety with my health and my family health. So yeah, obviously when things like this flare up, even though I know I have it, it's still just, yeah, I think I'm getting better with it though, mentally at least. Emotionally it's still quite hard to wrap my head around, especially now it's been diagnosed and I do have it. So far at least, I mean I haven't had an attack in a couple of weeks. I've come close a couple of times with slight dizziness, but again, if I'm able to follow my finger and stuff, I'm able to be okay and just rest. From May to now I do have more hearing loss in my left ear, so that sucks. My audiologist said they don't do percentages, but they do it by decibels. So 0 decibel is considered normal hearing. My left ear is at 80 and my right ear is at 30. A positive though for my Meniere's is that I have started having hearing aids, or wearing hearing aids. I got hearing aids back in May, June. They cost me $6,000 because where I live in Australia I'm 28. There is an age group and age limit for getting free hearing aids, otherwise you have to pay for them outright, and I'm with Bupa, and even though I'm with Bupa I still didn't get any cover. But yeah, honestly the hearing aids have been amazing. It took me a little bit to adjust. My brain adjusted to them very quickly, and now I actually rely on them a lot, especially when I go out. I rely on them a lot. So yeah, moving into 2024 with my Meniere's disease, I definitely want to focus more on eating better, because with Meniere's disease and other diseases, chronic illnesses, a low salt diet is recommended. That's one of the first things that they recommend you. So I'm definitely going to continue with that. It is really, really tricky, and I do have my cheat days, but I find most of the time salt isn't a trigger for me, but still it's definitely something I want to keep in mind for my health. There's that, and I also want to do some more testing and stuff to figure out my triggers and figure out what my potential cause is, because when I had my MRI and CT scan, even though they came back clear, they did raise the potential of osteogenesis imperfecta, which is a brittle bone disease, but my ENT and audiologist both said that my hearing tests don't show that. I'm still being sent to or referred to a bone doctor just to see what they say, do some testing with them, and see what comes up. And we'll go from there with that, being more wary of what I put in my body and getting to the bottom of my triggers and those sorts of things. So that's that. So yeah, obviously I'm a mum as well, for those that don't know. And now I have an almost 2-year-old. Beginning of the year she was only 9 months old. She had like no hair, no teeth. She was barely crawling. She had an NG tube. You know, we were still cuddling her to sleep, but now that's completely changed. Everything has changed. She's got more hair, she's got pretty much all of her teeth, she's got all of her top teeth now. Her canines have just popped through, and those are the last 2 to come through at the top. So we do have a dentist appointment with them coming up, I think around her birthday, so we'll see what they say with how her teeth are. And the other thing is, brushing her teeth is a nightmare. It's a big struggle because she is so incredibly sensitive and just to texture and just anything, not just with brushing her teeth but solids as well, which has been another big challenge this year is solids. So yeah, and yeah, obviously with the NG tube, she has a peg feeding tube now, so that's been a really big change for us with you know, as her parents, and for her as well to adjust to. But she's adjusted brilliantly, and so have we, thankfully, because we were getting fucking sick of that NG tube. Honestly, I was ready to throw it in the bin, and I'm glad I was able to after that. But yeah, so she's now crawling. She like fully crawling. She's getting there with sit to stand. She locks her knees a lot when she's standing, and she's like kind of couch surfing, but again she locks her knees. So we're still getting her used to it. We're with physio obviously, but we're still getting used to her bending her knees and using her knees a lot more. This year her mobility has just so rapidly changed, which is really insane to witness, but like in the best way possible. Like, I'm just so fucking proud of her, and how far she's truly come this year. Yeah, I can't wait to see what she is like this time next year. I will guarantee you, me going into this time next year, I'm gonna be like, yep, she's running around, she's walking, she's eating, hopefully, fingers crossed, eating solids full time, and no peg tube, maybe, I don't know, but we'll see. Another thing coming in with my daughter into 2024, I really want to get a nanny, and this is because my mum and my partner are really the only people that are comfortable with watching her for a long extended period of time, like a few hours to potentially overnight, because of her medical needs. And that's been really challenging for me and for us as a couple to have time together. I think we might have gone on one day this year if we're lucky, and that wasn't our anniversary. We couldn't even go on our anniversary because we had no money at the time, so that sucked. I'm still really fucking bummed about that. So yeah, that's obviously something I want to do more often, is spend time with my partner, especially now that he's not working anymore, and he is going to become a full-time carer for both Eliana and myself, since I was caring for Eliana. I was on carer's payment, and then my Meniere's disease has just been all over the place this year, apart from that 9-month stretch. But because of that, my partner is like, hey, I will, you know, leave my work and I'll become carer for both of you. So that's what we're trying to do. We're also trying to get through NDIS for Eliana. We do have a meeting with them. She's been accepted, but we've got to go through the process of getting a plan and all that for her, and that is on the 3rd of January, so it's only in a few days actually. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll be fine, but yeah, so we're going through the process with that. Just get back to us as a couple and, you know, find that spark again. Not that we've lost it, it's just hard to get it, you know, especially being a parent and a medical needs parent at that. It can be really challenging, but yeah, that's definitely something I want to do more of this coming year, is to go on more dates and just spend more time together, and even if we just hang out at home. I'm sure that we'll find a perfect suitor and they'll bond and it'll be all fine. and money-wise will be fine. But yeah, it's just starting that process. I definitely want to do that this coming year. Speaking of finance, this year has been a big change with us financially. So at the beginning of the year, obviously Jesse was working full-time and I was on carers payments, so we were earning a little bit. Now that he's left his job, we're both currently on job seeker payments to wait for our disability, or my disability, and his carers. So we're still in the process of finalising those two, which is also why we moved, and that's the other big change. We've only been here about a month, but is moving. We moved into Jesse's dad's place, so borders are a lot cheaper, bills are a lot cheaper, it's just our payments are also cheaper, essentially. I've been wanting to move out for a while, and I mean, I've been living where I used to live, the town that I used to live in, for 20 years. Well, like this year was 20 years. It's been a big change because it's a new town for me, but it's been generally a smooth transition, which I'm really thankful for. Heading into next year as well, Jesse will get his license. We've got my car for him to drive. It's just going to be serviced, so once it's serviced then my mum can bring it over. This is the thing, like, we live so much closer to family now. Like, my mum's only like 10 minutes away now from where we are, which is great. We've obviously got Jesse's dad here, but yeah, so we're a lot closer to family. We're closer to pretty much everything, apart from there are buses around since I catch public transport most of the time, but that's been a big but a really nice change for us as a family and individually too. Another thing I want to get Eliana into is swimming again, because she hasn't done swimming since before I pala repair. That was in June. And I want to get her into a play group, not daycare, but like a play group. I want her to be around more kids her age. Yeah, and then the other thing too is Jesse really wants to go to the gym, and he wants me to join him as well. Not that I need to lose weight, but I'll go to support him. I will bat for him. Like, I will, I'll be that support woman that he needs to encourage him. And yeah, if he wants to go to the gym, I'll go with him. The reason why we moved in here is to save, also just save easier. So that's a big thing that we're going to be trying to do this coming year, is to save for a deposit for a house. In hindsight, I really wish that we had have bought a house before we had a child, but we are where we are. So we're going to try our best now. We've been trying for the last year or so, but there's just been so much coming out and a lot of expenses that you don't expect. So yeah, that's definitely something we want to focus on next year, is our finances. We want to look at what's coming in, what's coming out, those kinds of things. So another thing that I've actually done this year that I'm really proud of myself for is my creativity. Doing a lot more YouTube, getting a new camera, getting a better mic, that's made a big difference to my inspiration to film, because everything looks generally pretty good, if I do say so myself. Being able to create more content and have it be good quality, I think, is important to me now. But yeah, creativity on YouTube and TikTok has been a really big thing for me this year. Sharing my medical journey, my mini ears disease and my eyes, and all those sorts of things, and just mum life, having a medically needs child. I don't share a lot of my daughter now. If she does happen to be in videos, I cover her face, but I'm very wary of how much I share and show her on the internet, because she doesn't consent to that. She doesn't know what's going on. So that's my thing as her parent. That's my job, is to protect her and do what I can, because I'm the adult. So yeah, going into 2024, I mean, even this year, like the last couple of months, I've really dropped off creatively. And I kind of do go through those ebbs and flows with social media, and I always kind of have, like, where I've go through dips of just like not engaging in social media, and that's more for my mental health. Social media isn't always real, it's not always authentic. Another thing I got is tattoos. I got 2 new tattoos this year, so that's interesting. This recent tattoo I'm still getting used to. I did do a vlog up here, so if you want you can go watch that, but still getting used to this. I am going to be getting it fully shaded from somewhere else, or coloured. I'm not too sure yet. I've never been big on coloured tattoos for me, but I don't know, we'll see. I have paid someone a commission to do, so we'll see what they come up with for coloured and for like shading and grayscale. But yeah, this part I just don't like. I think I will get used to it over time, like I said in my vlog video, but yeah, we'll see. Like, I have also considered just getting it removed, which is a lot more money than I have right now or want to spend, so I think for now I just have to live with it. I do have my next tattoo planned, which I'm very excited. It's going up here. My next few tattoos are going to be very small. that's going to be in the future as well. And I do also want to get my second lobes pierced as well, as a side note. I do have like these regular lobes pierced. I've had them done since I was like 3 years old, which I do not agree with, by the way. Definitely not something I'm going to do to my daughter. She will have that choice when she's ready to, or she may never. That's totally fine. Oh, another thing that happened this year, we got Nala back. Nala, my cat, I did do a video as well on that, on our journey with her, but we got her back, and I do still keep in contact with the previous owner. I sent her updates and she's like, yeah, she was meant to come back to you. A lot of the issues we had prior to rehoming her, we don't have anymore. Like, we just don't. It's been amazing. And now moving in here too, she's transitioned beautifully here as well, so that's been great to have her company back. I've really missed her, and I really regretted rehoming both my cats, but yeah, I won't know what's happened to my previous cat Shafira. But yeah, so those are some really positive things that have happened, and some challenging moments obviously too. But yeah, so I think all in all that might actually be it for today's video. So I really hope that you're doing really well, and that you have a lovely break, or you know, holiday celebrations, whatever you celebrate, and I hope you have a safe and happy new year, and I will see you all in 2024. Bye.